Unheard Advocates, a podcast brought to you by Goodwill with the intention of letting you know what we have going on outside of the store and the donation center. I am your host, Michael Padilla, and today we'll be discussing the alternative learning program that Goodwill offers at the 4th Avenue location, the Silver Lake location, as well as the new East Side location on 22nd and Cole. So to get things started, we'll introduce our guest, Mohammed.
Pleasure to be here. Welcome to Goodwill Metro and Rec. My name is Farah Mohammed, and I'm currently a youth outreach and engagement specialist here.
Okay, so as an outreach specialist, what do you do on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, I come in and I check in.
Sorry guys, just hold, you hear the plane, right?
Yeah. So I'll just ask you again, as an outreach specialist, what do you do on a daily basis? Okay, so as an outreach specialist, what do you do on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, I check in with the kids. I do my daily outreach to make sure that the kids come in and do their schoolwork. And once they're in a space, I make sure that they're all caught up on their schoolwork, which is academically check-in, and then their wellness check-ins, make sure they're physically doing well, mentally doing well, not depressed, not sad. Mm-hmm. That gives them that type of connection with the space and with the staff here. Like they care about my well-being. So like they care if I get through school. They sit here longer in school, and so we like support them with their well-being.
Yeah, and when you say check-ins, kind of break that down a little bit more. Like what goes into checking in with the kids every single day?
It's like just one-on-one. How are you doing? Just a one-on-one questions, making sure that you have all your objectives in place, making sure that you have a plan for today. Even your classroom, making sure that you have the help that you need. Just checking in with you so I know how to help you. And I can get you that help. So at the end of the day, and the kids look forward to the check-ins. Like most of the kids be like, nah, man, where's Mohammed? I can't wait to check in with him. Because it's like, it means a lot. It's like the best part of the day for me, to be honest.
For sure. Even as I'm a tutor here, a math tutor, and even sometimes they'll have me do outreach. Yeah. And there'll be times where they'll be like, hey, can I talk to Mohammed instead? So it really is like a deep connection that you have with the kids. And it really does resonate, and you can tell that they actually enjoy coming here and they want to get things done at school. So let's talk about how you ended up here. So before you were a part-time employee here, how did you find Goodwill?
I found Goodwill because my probation officer actually referred me here. I was gonna go back to another public school, Canyon Rose Credit Recovery, because I'm behind in school. And I found Goodwill Metro. I started going down to the 4th Ave location downtown because it was closest to my house. Every single day I'd be there opening till closing. I'd be attending their boys groups because I just was fresh out of Pima County jail. I didn't have many options or any friends to express what I went through with until I found Goodwill, and they took my story and ran with it. They seen what I've been through in life and wanted to turn that around, and I appreciate it. I love Goodwill, to be honest. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen you see a lot of kids come in here and you see that, again, they enjoy it. They like being here. They, maybe traditional school wasn't for them. What do you think it was for you where you did end up falling behind in traditional school, and why do you think Goodwill has become a better option for you?
Back in the traditional school, I had a hard time focusing, especially on what I needed to get done, because there was so many other kids, and I wanted to impress everybody, tried to fit in. That's what it was. Everybody tries to fit in. And here at Goodwill, I don't need to try to fit in. I can be myself. It's an open space. I wear what I want, really. Do my schoolwork as fast as I want, when I want. And it's like an open space. Everybody's so comfortable and communicates. That's the thing. We all communicate. It's like a big community. Everybody it's a big family. And at a public school, it'll be hard to get into your own little family over there because there's so many other families that the students have.
Yeah, I mean, if you just think about traditional high school, one teacher has 100 students that they can really only attend to on an academic level. And if those kids maybe have things going outside of school, maybe even things going on at school with friends, it can be a distraction for them. And I know teachers can't really make up for that when they're dealing with hundreds of students, whereas over here, again, we're doing the check-ins, we're helping them day to day. We have like goals and plans. We're talking to them every single day of, how are you doing on grad solutions? How confident do you feel about taking the next GED test? And I think that's something that really separates what we do here at Goodwill as opposed to what public school can offer.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, we also help the students with their employment. When a student comes in, it's like, hey, I'm doing good in my schoolwork already. Maybe I want to find a job. We have the resources to put them through multiple courses to gain the customer service and retail trainings, so they can apply for a job and get hired, even though they've never worked before. All they ever did is go to school, maybe, But we have the credentials so we can get them a perfect resume so they can apply to their nice jobs.
Yeah, that is definitely huge.
Yeah.
Outside of that, so we talked about the school, we talked a little bit about work. How about some of the groups that we have here and some that you take part in?
There's a lot of different groups, that like really target all genders, even pronouns. We have the boys group, which is a boys to men that helps build healthy masculinity. Every Monday from 4 to 5, from 4 o'clock to 5 p.m., all of us boys meet and build on healthy ways to like deal with our stress and things that we don't entirely cope with well, And then every Wednesday we also have a girls group where girls kind of do the same thing, but build their skills in careers, learn about sex ed, painting, arts and crafts. They even go out and do physical activities, go to farms, It's just getting us out of the space, really. And then Tuesdays, we also have a bereavement group to help us youth that don't really know how to cope with our loss, We sit and find healthy coping mechanisms so we can really like understand loss next time we lose somebody, or like grief in a healthy way. And Boys to Men has also got switched to Friday, so we're going to be doing Boys to Men 2 times a week, which is awesome. Multiple of the boys was asking for that. So now every Friday from 1 to 2 at 4th Avenue, we're going to have a Boys to Men circle over there too.
And as a reminder, for the boys group and the girls group, it is open to anybody that identifies. Boys group is open to anybody that identifies as masculine, and the girls group is open to anybody that identifies as feminine or, as a woman. Same with boys group.
Yeah, and all ages are the same from 12 to 24, In the rec, we take all ages from 12 to 24, but to be enrolled into our school is going to be 14 through 24.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go through a little bit more on just the relationship with students. Again, we kind of talked about just helping the kids through the entire process of coming to school, how they're handling home life, and then kind of helping them through all of those things, and then working towards the end goal, which is to have a job and, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Whether that's through programs or just finding a job. So through that process, what is something that helps motivate you, or that helps you connect with the kids?
Main connection with the kids, I'd say, is like me being a student also. So like them seeing me progress, like completing a GED course, my next GED class, makes them be like, hey man, Mohammed's doing it, like I want to do it also. And like seeing them progress makes me want to progress. So it's just like tick for tack, like you progress, I progress. It's like a seesaw almost, and it's like that with every single student here, because they seen me here when I was just a student coming every day to get my schoolwork done, and now that I'm an employee working with them to get their schoolwork done and still working on my own schoolwork and attending podcasts and connecting with different types of agencies, facilitating groups now, even like it's a big wake-up call for all of us,
And as a reminder, how old are you?
I'm only 20 years old.
Yeah, and I think that plays a huge part with a lot of these kids. There are 16 to usually 20, I would say, are the majority of youth that come in here. And as someone that's 24, I'm now in college, and I've gone through my own things of dropping out of high school, getting lucky with certain work opportunities, and now, finding my own path of going to Pima. And the biggest thing for me of going to college was learning about FAFSA, learning about not how to owe student debt.
Yeah.
And that's something that I try to offer them past that. You know, with you, they see you working, they see you building something for yourself. And with them, I try to give advice of just like college advice.
Yes.
Like if you're gonna get your GED and you really believe that you want to do something, you know, you want to continue school, this is the way to do it. Because I know a lot of students here may struggle with finances, and that's their biggest deterrent of going to school. Because I know it was definitely the biggest deterrent for me. So yeah, just definitely letting them know about school programs, FAFSA, and anything that they can do with that.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I like that. And also, there's a lot of students that are on like juvenile probation or even adult probation right now that attend our school and are here every day. And some of them have like difficulties with probation and need advice like, hey, how do I level up? You know, where can I get my community service hours from? Like, how should I communicate with my probation officer? There's those type of questions we hear on a daily basis. And like the boys groups helps. If they attend these groups here at the rec, we can write on the community service hours as they attended and did some community service hours, you know. And some of the boys here, when I first met them, they were struggling, you know, like probation officer would be coming into the space a lot more to check on them. And them seeing me doing so well on probation, working here at the rec while I'm on probation,
Yeah.
they kind of got that sense like, hey, this guy is like, he's doing so well, his probation officer loves him, you know, like maybe we should get like him. They started getting jobs, they started dressing nice and started complying with the probation officer. So it's like, it's inspiration, right, kind of, you know, for the kids that are on that type of system.
Yeah, and I think another added benefit of coming here for students that don't benefit from public school is having that motivation and having people around them that can actually sit with them, listen to their story, understand what they're going through on a day-to-day basis, and kind of help them create a path for their own success. Even if they might not believe it at the moment, based on their environment or what they come from, or maybe previous adults who told them otherwise, we can actually help them create that path and actually see it through.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing, I think, for a lot of these kids, is just believing.
That's the main part.
So, okay. So, how long have you been here again?
I started coming here, I'd say July of 2022, and I started working here September 2022.
Got you. So, almost been a year. So, you've been working here, been making progress, really changing your life. Where do you see yourself in 1 year with the help of Goodwill?
In a year, I see myself probably facilitating a lot of bigger groups, you know, probably having my own office in one of the new spaces that we're going to be opening up, hopefully on the east side, closer to my house, you know, but making a lot more progress for sure. Completed probation and having a lot more space in the kids. I'm an outreach specialist. My job is to engage with the kids. So in a year, I want to see me doing a lot more outreach and having a lot more kids in the space that we can engage with for sure.
So doing that in 1 year, those are great goals. How about 5 years?
In 5 years, I can't even tell you my 5-year plan. To be honest, that's secretive. I don't know why you asking me that.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think these are things to think about, though. You know what I'm saying? Like having the office, having all these things, but there's always the next thing. You know, you're 20, I'm 24. I mean, when I was 20, I thought, you know, I had my life, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. But then things change, or interests go in different ways, or new opportunities even open up for yourself. So I would say, just as someone that's a little bit older, keep that in mind.
Yes, sir.
But you're definitely doing everything on the right path as of right now. So whenever that opportunity comes, or whatever avenue opens up for you, you'll definitely be ready for it.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think that's pretty much everything we need to go over with this episode. So thank you for joining us for the first episode of the Unheard Advocates. Wherever you see this, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, go ahead and like, share, comment. And if you or a loved one is interested in coming to any of these locations to find a better avenue or route for education, then we'd be happy to help.
I'll do your intake.